Hey everyone, welcome back to the Jellyfishy podcast. I'm your host, Jellyfishy, and today we're diving deep into the world of cryptocurrency. We'll look at some recent market trends, discuss how macroeconomic factors are affecting crypto, and break down what's going on with the regulatory landscape, especially with Ripple and the SEC. So, grab your headphones, settle in, and let's get started. Let's start with the overall market trends. In the short term, we're seeing some interesting dynamics. Bitcoin, Ripple's XRP, Cardano, and Avalanche are all expected to experience some mild bullish conditions in the next 24 hours. It's kind of like a timid sun shining on these assets. But things look a bit different for Ether and Dogecoin. Both are forecasted to see more substantial gains. Think of it as a strong sun shining down on them, pushing their prices higher. So, if you're holding either of those, it might be a good time to keep an eye on them. Looking ahead to the next week, though, Bitcoin might be in for some rain. In crypto terms, that means it could face some bearish conditions. On the other hand, Ether seems poised to keep going strong, so it could be a solid choice if you're looking to make a move soon. Now, let's talk about the economic factors at play. U.S. core inflation recently rose, and that's had a mixed impact on crypto. We actually saw Bitcoin dip below the $60,000 mark, its lowest in 3 weeks, before bouncing back a bit. This is important because it shows just how sensitive crypto can be to traditional economic data. Inflation, interest rates, they all play a role. And tomorrow, all eyes will be on the Chinese finance minister, as he's expected to announce a massive stimulus package. This could be a game changer. If they go ahead with this, we might see a big influx of renminbi into risk assets like crypto, which could pump up the market. Now, there's also some interesting data on investor sentiment. According to a recent Charles Schwab survey, 45% of investors are interested in crypto ETFs. That's huge because it suggests that mainstream interest in crypto is still growing. Hedge funds are also getting in on the action, with nearly half now holding crypto assets, which is up from 29% last year. So, even with all the volatility and the ups and downs, it's clear that crypto is becoming more mainstream. Of course, we can't ignore the regulatory side of things, especially with what's happening between the SEC and Ripple. The SEC recently reiterated that they consider assets like Solana and Polygon to be securities, and they've charged a crypto liquidity provider, Cumberland DRW, with operating as an unregistered dealer. Ripple, on the other hand, is fighting back against a $125 million fine and has filed a cross-appeal to challenge this. So, we're seeing some serious legal battles unfold, and the outcome could have a major impact on the market. In my view, this regulatory pressure is only going to increase volatility in the short term. Investors might be hesitant to jump in when there's so much uncertainty about which assets will be classified as securities. But on the flip side, with growing institutional interest and potential new inflows from places like China, there's still a lot of potential for growth. Alright, so here's my forecast based on all of this. In the near term, I think we'll see gains for Ether and Dogecoin. They're riding a wave of positive sentiment, and that's likely to continue. Bitcoin, however, might struggle a bit. The recent inflation data and looming regulatory questions make it a bit shaky, but the Chinese stimulus could offer a short-term boost. Overall, expect some bumps along the way, but I'm optimistic about the continued adoption of crypto, especially from institutional players. Alright, that's all for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed this podcast, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. I'll be back next time with more insights on the crypto market, so stay tuned and keep your eyes on the trends. Until then, take care and happy trading.